Hey YouTubians, it's Tony here from We Try Anything, channel likes try anything, so you don't have to. As you can see from the screen behind me and what I've got in my hand, this is about the CASIO MRW-200H. Now this is a watch I have daily driven over what will be 31 days in December, and the reason why I like to produce these videos and like to wear these watches over a daily basis is that it allows me to get the watches out of my collection, dust them off and enjoy them over an extended period of time, and also what it'll allow me to do is to talk or give you more of an overall impression of what it's like to wear these watches on a daily basis. Now this one has a module number of, I'm just checking my notes I've got here, 5125, and I managed to get hold of this brand new from the Argos website, as you can see, from what is the all cardboard packaging now. Now Casio used to do like a foam insert, but now it's all cardboard now, so great for recycling. I've got to be honest with you, a little bit of a pain if you collect these watches and you want to put the watch back in its watch box without damaging the packaging, so just bear that in mind if you are looking to do something like that. Originally I bought this watch a while back and I gifted it to one of my brothers as a Christmas present, and that was because I put it on for a couple of days. I reviewed it, I liked it, but I just found that I could feel it on my wrist, and I thought, well, for the money I could probably get something else, so I just passed it on to my brother. But I thought I'd give it a go again, and I've got to say I wish I worn it over a longer period of time, because wearing it over the 31 days that I did in December, this is such a comfortable watch to wear. It really is an enjoyable watch to wear. Now the sizing, it's not small. I'm popping the what would be the dimensions here on the screen, and as you can see, it's not a massive watch by any stretch of the imagination. The only thing I could feel in terms of hand inhibition was just the crown just slightly poking into what would be the folds of where my wrist is. But other than that, I really enjoyed wearing this watch on a daily basis. Didn't get any of the way of wearing it with long sleeve hoodies or anything like that, and it certainly didn't get any of the way, you know, me doing any kind of practical things like anything in the garden or anything around the house for Christmas. It was just a watch I really did enjoy wearing, and also it was very easy to find my wrist size using what would be the holes. I think I got down to the third one here, 6.5 inch wrist. It didn't move about, it was just right, which is just fantastic to say. In terms of design and practicality, I've got to say this watch in particular is very practical. Now, as I mentioned earlier on in the video, you can get this in a load of different styles, loads of different, where the dial's different colorations and all sorts. But this one, which I got from Argos for around the £13, I've got to say is so easy to read, and you can read it at a distance and you can just understand the time very easy. In terms of the actual makeup of the watch, it is a black resin watch in the example I've got here, and obviously some of the other examples that you probably can find on Amazon, which are resin as well in different colors. But you can also get one with a metal bracelet as well, from what I remember, and I've linked to like what would be a series of these watches in the description box below, which will take you off to Amazon to have a look, and it is an affiliate link, I will say. But in terms of being able to read it, I mean, obviously I'll do the old man glasses test, no problem at all. Yep, no problem at all wearing varifocals. I have no problem reading this watch at a distance and even close up. It's just fantastic, and especially as I say with my glasses off, no problem at all. And also you do get large numerals there, and also on the actual dial as well, you do get like the inner numbers are the 24-hour format, or what would be the military time, so you get an idea of the time whatever format you prefer the watch or to view the watch in. And it's just a very, very easy watch to understand. It has a date and day complication at the 3 o'clock. I love watches with day and date complications. I know where I am in the month, and especially within the week. Some people don't, each to their own really, but for me, I think it's a massive plus. And it was very easy to set. There was no messing about. It was just pulling out the crown once and up and down for adjusting what would be the date and the day as well. Very, very easy to do. Also the bezel as well, it does have like what would be a dual direction bezel, which I used as well for cooking food. I can just work out the time when either the what would be the minute hand got to where I set the bezel. I just found it a really good watch to use. Lume wise, I mean, obviously you can see it's got an hour, minute hand, and what would be a second hand. There is lume on the hands, but not the best lume out there in this particular model. I know that I believe there's other models of the MRW-200H where you've got lume on the numbers as well as the hands, but in this variant it is just on the hands, and it does work, don't get me wrong. You can get an idea of the time in darkness and semi-darkness, but it does dim quite quickly. But the one thing I did notice when I needed to go, say for example in the toilet in the middle of the night, they do kind of just glow a very small amount when they've lost most of their illumination. So I did find it was there, but you had to really look. So just bear that in mind. Not the best lume, but I did manage to just get a hint of lume towards what would be the middle of the night. In terms of features, 100 meters of water resistance, so makes this watch a very, very versatile watch to wear whatever you're doing. 3-year battery life as well. Might not be to everyone's taste, because obviously Casio do tend to do other watches with 10 years, or well, up to 10 years worth of battery life, but this one has up to 3, and that's quoted from the Casio website. And also it has plus and minus 20 seconds of accuracy per month. Now that very feature, or that very feature brings me on to what some of the people have asked me in terms of this watch. Now what I'm showing you here is me recording a clip at the start of the month, and also what I'm going to be doing, just following that, I'm going to be showing you a clip at the end of the month that will show you the accuracy of this watch. Now I've used just what would be the clock feature or the clock widget on my Apple Mac, and obviously that is probably as accurate as I can get it. And as you can see, obviously at the start of the month I managed to just marry up the seconds hand quite close, and later on in the month, or what would be, I believe, the 1st of January 2025, you can see that there's just a slight bit of variance in terms of what will be where the positioning of the second hand is on the watch compared to the actual clock on my computer. And I've got to say, it's not far off really in terms of accuracy. So yeah, for £13, fantastic. Someone else asked about the water resistance. Now I can't show you what 100 meters of water resistance is, but I would imagine that if Casio are saying it'll go up to 100 meters, then it should go up to 100 meters in terms of water resistance. Now they do allow, I mean, I would probably go swimming with this, go in the shower, go in the bath. That's probably my extent. In terms of scuba diving or diving, yeah, I probably wouldn't do that, but again, each to their own really. And Casio do tend to underestimate their water resistance on their watches, but me personally, I didn't have a problem, and if anything, it makes this watch a very, very versatile watch to wear when you are working with water in terms of washing cars, washing up, all sorts. So yeah, it's a great little feature on this watch. And I'm sorry to the person who asked, I just simply can't simulate what 100 meters of water resistant or like resistance depth is. It's just, I'm just going on basically on what Casio are stating on their watches. Overall, what's my overall impression wearing this watch over the 31 days? Great looking analog watch, fantastic to wear on the wrist, and I've got to say, I really did enjoy wearing what would be one of the more analog watches that I've worn, what would be in 2024. It's just a great watch. As I mentioned, a couple of years ago when I first bought this watch, I wasn't enamored with it, but as I've worn it over the 31 days, I didn't really want to take it off. I really did enjoy wearing it. And to me, with the kind of the way it's constructed, with the resin, the price point as well, it makes this a real great daily watch to wear, and a beta watch as well. If you are into just wearing an analog watch with a day and date complication, it's just, I think for the price point, it's a no-brainer really. And I know I've seen kind of copycat versions of this watch on Amazon and stuff, but I just stick with Casio because you know what you're going to get with the accuracy, with the water resistance, and also just how the watch operates. It's so easy to use. Brilliant watch. But as I've mentioned, ideal daily driver, and it's definitely a watch I would just highly recommend for you to pop on your wrist and enjoy on a daily basis without worrying about it getting knocked or anything, because it is a very, very affordable watch. Great price, highly accurate, and very enjoyable to wear over what would be an extended period of time. So I hope this kind of 31 days with the Casio MRW-200H has helped you, and if it has, then please click on the thumbs up icon. Always helps the channel. If you want to see more videos from the Week Challenging channel, please click on the subscription button below. And thank you for watching this video, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Goodbye.